hold on. Let me get my setup right. There we go. There we go.
Hey,
So, brother.
how's it
Hey,
going? I hope everyone's good.
I hope everybody is doing well. Good evening, everyone. And man, what a crazy day. Yesterday we got just to give you a recap of what happened yesterday. We have Tim Walz and whatever mayor of Minneapolis talking crap about ICE and whatever Donald Trump is said to do, and they just like running their mouth like they always do, like Maduro did, and we get in now today. Today we have FBI, IRS, ICE agents doing raids everywhere. They're collecting evidence. They're collecting paperwork for those daycares and health cares, fraudsters. They're going door to door with search warrants and confiscating everything. And it's lovely to see. And the left is melting right now. But before we started, let me, as I promised yesterday, I will start with a verse of the Bible.
All right, what you got?
All right. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plan to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and future. Jeremiah
Hmm.
29:11. That's a beautiful
Amen.
verse. Man, I need to get close to God, and so I guess I need to just like inch my way in and bring Him closer to my heart. So see, he's always been there, but I need to be the one approaching Him, not the other way around. So,
Well, I will tell you this that it's a good journey. I am so happy to hear that because, God never fails you, man. Every time something goes wrong or right, He is always there. One thing that we were talking, me and my wife, the other day with my children, back in 2020 and 2021, my wife started journaling. I think she started in 2019, I think, but
mhm.
it went all the way to 2020, I think 2022. I'm sorry, and she stopped doing it. Anyways, we bought this house. We moved into the house, this new house at 2023, and moving things. And then she just got into this box and read what she wrote in this journal, Julio, and all the stuff that the struggles we were going through we remembered. And then you read a few pages and where God answered every single one of them. And of course, it wasn't. And hindsight, when we were on that when we were on the moment, we didn't know, because you're stressed out, you're worried, things are going crazy, and you don't think God's answering it fast enough, and then or is not enough. But then you read it later, you back out and you read this journal, and it's amazing, dude. So it's just I would say I'm not a person that writes journals, but I see the importance of that, and you see all the power that God um, basically has done for my family, and I just thought that was amazing. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that you're going on this journey, Julio.
I may appreciate it, man. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But before we started, let's watch this video. Let me see if I'm cueing the one correctly. Yes, this is the video of the FBI agents doing the raids. Man, it was like I was this morning. I was doing reels, and that popped up on X, and I was like, man. And I did a reel in reaction to that. But just take a look at this video.
Trump, man, I'm telling you.
They are cleaning the house, man. They are taking everything with them. Everything, receipts, documents. But I can't wait, brother. I can't wait when they get to the bank statement. when they get to the transactions and they find out, if they find out that the Somalis are sending money to Team Walls, whether it's through campaign donations or directly, it will open, man. It might as well just Team Walls declare himself guilty, turn himself in, and negotiate a plea bargain or something, because he's about to go. He's about to go to the pen. He's about to wear the striped suits. So I don't know, man. Let me know what you think, man. If you down in the comments, just let us know what you think about this situation about Team Walls. The wars are closing in on Team Walls.
Yeah, I would say for sure. Yeah, it's very good to see that. Um, you know, we're doing something. And again, those boxes. I mean, so far they've showed that they're incompetent and they're not smart. They did have plenty of time to get rid of a lot of evidence. So
Yeah,
I hope that they hold the track record of not being smart, and they left a lot of breadcrumbs that leads to the actual cookie, because um, or cookie crumbs, leads to the cookie. Because to tell you the truth, I I think they are pretty foolish. So let's just hope. But man, it feels good that we're
mhm.
actually being heard. You know what I mean? Because
Something's
they're
being done. Something's being
yeah.
done.
hmm And
That and
you know,
that's a good part.
and exactly, it really is, Julio. And it brings you a little glimpse of hope. And I understand for some of the guys that feel like, you know what, Pam Bondi's not going to do anything because she's, corrupt or whatever. First off, let's always look at the bright side, guys. There is going to be transparency. We are going to find this out. And of course, we want I want Tim Waltz arrested, right? So
Yeah. But I mean, now we're seeing Minnesota, we're seeing everything going on in Minneapolis. But the question is, when is Columbus, Ohio? When is their turn? Because I've seen a lot of people in the comments, not in my comments, but in also in different type of content creators. They're saying the same thing. They're saying Connecticut is doing the same thing. Ohio is the same thing.
oh
Even
man.
Virginia, North Carolina, people are seeing the pattern. Like people are seeing the big pictures, and now people are targeting those. Be like, you know what? That daycare seems fishy. That little store, I mean, seems weird. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are
Are noticing.
emboldened and noticing what is going on. And I can't wait to see Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio. Like Vivek Ramaswamy, if you're there and if you happen to listen to this podcast, you're from there. You know better. So if I was you, I would just get on the TV and calling for the FBI, calling for the IRS to go into these places and audit them. It's meant to be
Yep,
audited.
they do need to be audited. Man, these
But bro,
people are
I know, man.
garbage.
We got listen to this guy from the left talking talking nonsense. Just listen to this.
We, the people, need to start taking back this country, and immediately, because they have corrupt, fake ass people in these placements like ICE that are allowed to be masked, covered, not identify, do whatever the fuck they want, and murder people without knowing who they're killing, just killing civilians. And Trump's okay with this and is allowing this to happen, and it's now happening all over in the Midwest. This is not okay. What the fuck, America and Americans? How stupid are we to keep allowing this to happen? I say it's time for everybody to start getting guns and start coming out of their houses and start shooting these fucking ICE agents in the head when they start trying to take over.
No, bro. No, look, that guy I mean, the choices in his life is
He
clearly
should be
not the
locked
good ones.
up.
Look, all I'm saying is this, Julio, for some reason, in the post we put on the I Love Conroe group, whatever, man, they are so on that girl's side. But something when I was debating with some of these people made me realize something. Julio, okay, today I was
Mm.
investigating, not too deep, but deep enough to where I know that she was from Colorado. She left Colorado recently, and they don't want to say what recently. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to pay the $30 to actually dig through this. But, anyways, her husband passed away. So she has a child. She has a son, or I think he's like 7 or 8,
Daughter. Yeah.
and a daughter. Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and she's not employed, because my whole point of researching this is to see where she's getting income. So I dug further. She's has not been employed. The last employment was a bank, and it was in another state, not Colorado. But anyways, then her partner, which is a girl running towards, when she was outside of the car when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
So who's watching her kids? All right. So it gets me thinking, okay, she literally left her child with someone, maybe in school. Were they in school? No, yeah, they probably were in school, maybe, right? So she thought that what she did was more valued than her children, because had she not did what she did, she would still be here. So she died for a useless cause. She died for nothing. She just broke the law. She didn't do anything virtuous. And this guy that just said, oh, they didn't murder her. She chose to drive in front of ICE. And I have a video where someone actually zoomed in to a part, and you can see what happened. The agent got bumped, and when he got bumped up, he shot and he rolled to the side. So it looks like he's the one that moved, but it happened fast. It bumped, shot, boom, but fast. So again, she hit him. That's I would have shot too. I'm sorry.
Man, and she drove like through a different state, and she was doing what she was, what she was paid to do, and that's what I'm saying, and I get your point, and we were discussing that yesterday, that these people are traveling state to state, conducting intervention, interrupting lawful duties, not only once but 3 or 4 times a week. Like, where do they get the money from? Who are they? Who financed them? Because it takes a lot of money. It takes
Yeah.
quite a bit of money to move from one state to another. The gas, food, lodging, and plus your salary. So somebody is paying a good money to transfer these people around and do this kind of unlawful things. And it's sad that she died, but she made her decision. I mean, she was already being told, get out of the vehicle, stop, get out of the vehicle, and she decided to drop off.
She didn't
Point blank.
think at this whole time. She didn't think of her children.
No, she did not.
This
She
was more important than her children, is what I'm trying to get at.
and what is emboldening the people to do this type of stuff? It is the leadership are they listen to. Robert, can you play the clip of the mayor of I believe it Minnesota, Minneapolis?
Yeah, Minneapolis. Here we go.
Minneapolis.
Dude, yeah, this is
Who
he's
this
in
is
sight.
this is who they listened to, and they ended up being killed.
All right, here we go.
Do know is that a 37-year-old woman is dead and that she was shot by ICE. They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bullshit. To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite. People are being hurt. Families are being ripped apart. Long-term Minneapolis residents that have contributed so greatly to our city, to our culture, to our economy are being terrorized, and now somebody is dead. That's on you. And it's also on you to leave. What we do know
You know,
is that a
so
37-year-old.
the thing is, Julio. See, no one's ICE is not ICE didn't make that woman hit that guy. So this is so dumb. You know what? I had a discussion with someone today, Julio, and they didn't know the facts. They just went with whatever the news media. They said, "Oh, she was just there. She was just getting out of the way," and she wasn't. I go, "No, oh my gosh!" The reporting, if you read it, she was following them by the
Yeah,
reporting. She
yeah, it
was
wasn't the
following
first time.
them. The
Yeah,
first time they told her, "Hey, stop following us and obstructing, or you're going to be arrested." They drove off and did their whole thing. Then again, she did it again. The third time was this one. She did it three times. This is when her wife got out of the car to record out there, and then she did what she did. And dude, it's frustrating because this guy is saying, "I've seen the video, it's BS." I'm about to show you a slow mo of a repeative and a different angle. And again, you can see where the car hits the guy, he shoots, and then he flops to the other side. And that's when he shoots again, and she just goes, but she was already dead from the first shot. And again, she is the one that, I mean, ICE didn't tell her, "Hey, come over here." They didn't cause that for her to die. She did that. Choices, people, your choices matter, man. You know what I mean? They have consequences, whether they're good or bad. And this one was bad for her on her end. And it was good for the ICE agent because he's still alive. And did you know, Julio, that this same ICE agent had a previous attack in another state the same way and he didn't shoot, but he almost
oh
died?
yeah, he was dragged by
Yep.
a vehicle. Yeah, he was dragged quite a bit ways, and I mean he wasn't, no, he was not playing and let that happen again. So I mean, she made her choice. Can you play the video real quick so people can have the idea and have the facts of the situation? Because I'm not here to just to judge, just to put the facts out there.
Yeah, I'm about to do that right now. I just uh got to do it this way. Here we go.
Okay.
Um Let me see. It's got to be Windows and boom.
Let us know in your comments down below. What do you think about the situation? Because this is going crazy.
Oh, wait, what is it doing? Oh, let me put the volume off. What the heck? It's not showing, right? You can't see anything.
No, I cannot say anything.
Oh man. I'm going to share it to you on Facebook real quick.
Yeah, go
I don't
ahead.
know why. I don't know why it does that. But dude, I'm telling you, like, and
I
and
know.
and for
It's
everybody that
crazy.
thinks that uh I'm just being like mean or anything, it's not. It is sad. It's so sad, Julio. It's so sad that this woman thought it was like she was so brainwashed that she thought that this was more important than tending for her kids. Like this was more prioritized than her children, right? Because what was she thinking? Like what was the point of this? What
Yeah,
did she
whoever's indoctrinated her, they need to be held accountable for her death.
which is the Democratic Party? It's this mayor that just saying this. He's scaring people. Like, people think that ICE is literally going down the street and just stopping random people. Like, that's not what's really going on, people. You know what's
They
really
have
going
warrants.
on?
They have
Yes,
documents.
yes, they're there. They're not like the border patrol. They're there to
Enforce the law.
to pick up people that have already violated the law. So here's the clip. So it's a different angle. It's gonna keep repeating. If I can't mute the music, I apologize. But you're gonna get the point. The agents, this agent, this is his vehicle. The chick's right here, um, right here, and he's right there. Watch this guy, and here we go.
Oh yeah,
Seen
she
that?
hit him.
Seen that? Look at that.
Yeah, she hit him.
Boom! Shot. Shot.
That's an assaulting an officer right there in there with a
Look at
deadly
that.
weapon.
We might as well leave that here while we're talking. But dude, I'm telling you. So this lady thought it was a priority to do this than to attend to her children. She thought this was more important. She was so brainwashed. These guys, when let me tell you something, guys, when ICE is going for people, they have addresses. You think they just go through a random neighborhood? I mean, they did that for press. They do that for press walking the streets just to show for Donald Trump. He sent ICE, but really when they're doing real legitimate arrest, they are actually going to, like, they were going to someone's house, and that's why she obstructed. And she was saying, "You're trying to kidnap my neighbor." And guess what? I
Your
mean,
neighbor probably
she,
has an overstay visa. You didn't even know about it.
yeah, you don't know their business. You don't know. And the
And
thing
that's what I'm
is,
telling you. That's I'm sorry, Robert. And
yeah, no, go ahead.
this is what people do not get. ICE agents, when they arrest people, like Robert says, they got names. People are when they overstay the visa, we have all the documents. We have the paperwork, we have their country passports or whatever in the identification and in the address. So when they overstate it, they put it in the database, and when they pull the database or overstay visa, they didn't show up back to court to extend it or any of that situation. They basically they create a warrant. Be like, okay, you overstay the visa, so we created a warrant for your arrest due to this overstay visa, and they just sign it and they go execute the warrant. I don't know what people are thinking. People are brainwashed. They don't know this, the system how it works. And if they overstay the visa, they need to go. I'm sorry.
Yep.
You should have took care of your paperwork before expired. You should have go back to the embassy, whatever case may be, reapply it, extend it 6 more months, 1 year, 2 year, whatever case may be, and taking care of it. And that's
and,
it.
and that's it. Yeah, that's it. And the thing is, some of these people, they're like, okay, some of these people don't have overstay visas. Some of these people have been deported, okay, and then they came back, and then they know this because these people, they know because of the entry of Biden, so they know some of these people are people that have been deported and are back. So then they come, and that's why they're like, wait, he's not a criminal. What, he hasn't done anything? That is a federal crime. And then they get these guys. These are the people they're going after. You don't know that. You think that they're stopping some random guy. They know that's the car. In fact, that's why they pull over people and they're like, hey, we're not talking to you. We're talking to that guy. We need to get that guy out of your vehicle. And there's
Yep.
plenty of videos of those. And people are doing what this lady's doing, thinking they have the right. No, I'm not doing it. Now you're harboring, you're putting yourself, and these agents they don't want to spend the time to arrest you and do that, which they should, because they are doing that, but they just want to hurry up and what's that word? Uh
Um, Fulfill
apprehend
apprehend.
apprehend that guy and just move on with your own lives. But again, that's a family member. That could be someone's father, someone's name. And I get it. It's sad. It's very sad when we're talking about this, and it sounds like we're insensitive. We're being logical, okay? And unfortunately, I can't feel bad because you knew what you were doing. That's why you are hiding. You know what I mean? If you were
I
good, you
know.
would be like, come on, go ahead, take me. I mean, let's see how far you go. You
And
know?
also one more just to caveat on this, people don't know we have cameras with facial recognition.
Yeah.
If you were deported back in the day and they have your biometrics on you already, and one of the cameras see you and pick up your face, it will create a hit on the database. Be like alert or a hit and be like, hey, this person is here. Was deported 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever case may be. Guy, they're gonna find you. They're gonna backtrace everything. They're gonna see where you were, and they are going to look for you. Since they had the information already, the only thing they need to do is create a warrant.
Yeah.
Once they find you, what do they say? When you get pulled by your officer, what do they say? Oh, you have a warrant for your arrest. Stand fast.
That's it.
Or you're gonna call the federal agent. They will pick you up and haul you back home. And people do not get it, man. We are so technological advanced. So they don't need to go door by door knocking and asking for people's paperwork. They just we have like Palantir is already here. Palantir's got cameras everywhere. Their database is already running. We like it or not, they already have cameras in crossways and everywhere. Wherever you stop, you get cameras. So they see what we do. They see how much we spend. They see everything. So
And,
there's no
and
surprise. They find these people all over the United States, and that's a good thing. They're using it for a good thing.
And people, yesterday we were talking about this, but I'm gonna bring it up again because we showed the video clip of the mayor saying what he said. Tim Waltz is saying that he would use the National Guard to
Mm-mm.
stop federal agents, which apparently he didn't do. Which, because if he did, he basically incited an insurrection
Right.
on live TV. You know what I mean? And he is
They're desperate. Else.
He's protecting the criminals. This is emboldening the criminals. And then this happens, and it's like it's and again, and maybe not the criminals too much, but people that have misaligned, like they think they're doing good by
Mm.
what they're doing, and they're not. And they think that, oh, you have to tell me why you're arresting me. No, they don't. They don't freaking have to tell you. They can tell you while they're booking you in jail, and that's when you get your phone call. You don't have to get your phone call at that moment. You know what I mean? So again, and it's going to be a collect call. It's going to be on your dime. So
Listen,
again, but you're supposed to comply and follow. If not, you're what? Resisting arrest. To what crime? They don't have to tell you. I mean, they do have to tell you, but they don't have to tell you at that moment. They could just be
yeah,
like, just you're
you've
just
been.
under
They will
arrest.
tell you just the broad.
Well,
If you
they
broke the law, they'll give you a broad answer, but you will get a detailed answer when you see the judge and the breakdown and whatnot. But listen to this video. This is another video that I have for you. This is let me click on it.
I'm not resisting.
You're under arrest for making
No, I never said a threat. I
Resisting
never
arrest
said
right here.
anything. I never said anything.
Oh yeah,
Said anything.
she's arresting.
So you got her, man. Hey. All right.
I want you to let me go.
That's cool. You can record. Just back up. Thank you.
I
She's
want you to let me
resisting.
go.
See, people, that is the wrong thing to do. You're resisting. At that point, it's
You
too
make it
late.
worse.
Yeah, at that point, you're already going to arrest. You're getting arrested regardless. So just shut up, get handcuffed, get a lawyer. That's the best advice you could do. But that's lawful. That's a good arrest.
Yeah, it is, and it's been happening, and we have like we had different opinions. Like people are against it, people are for it. As we see in the video, that guy who called for ICE to being shot in the head, hmm, we might see some arrest later because that's a basically call
Yeah.
for violence. And if they see that threaten Pam Bondi, Cash Patel, they're gonna pay him a visit.
If hate speech was a thing, that would be considered hate speech. If it was a thing, but
He's
it's not.
calling. He's calling
But
for.
he's threatening.
He's
That's a
calling for.
threat.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a threat. Yeah, that's a threat. Remember, we have people being arrested for way less than what he did there. But
But man, and now this is a little bit off topic, but you know what's so messed up, Julio? We get funneled down because we're just saying it how it is. We get canceled at TikTok, and they slow us down. But this guy, he says this on every social media, and I bet you he's good. He's not getting canceled or nothing. You
I
know?
know, yeah, we're getting strikes every other week on TikTok. That's crazy. Not
And
not
some
much on YouTube, but TikTok is hitting me hard though in the last couple days.
Yeah, straight up. I had post a documentary, wasn't even mine. It was about the story about the Republican Party, and they destroyed my TikTok. It no longer just because
just because
They
one
didn't even
person.
tell me. They didn't even tell me why.
I know. I post the podcast of Nick Tran with Mike Ritland at the Mike Drop podcast. I just post my reaction video, like the intro of the video. Nothing wrong with that video. Nothing political.
Correct.
Just Nick Tran's story, bro. They took it down. I had to appeal twice until a human saw the video and they restored it. I'm like, nothing harmful, not cursing, nothing weird, and they just like, I'm telling you, they're hitting conservative voices all over social media, especially on TikTok.
Yeah, that's
I
for
got
real.
one more video. I think this is the video of the. It's about a minute. This is the video of the riots in Minnesota today, this morning. Just take a look.
Of ICE, of the ICE office. Is ICE entitled to less protection than the average citizen? Are they second-class citizens now? Have we decided that we're going to put them out there as targets?
Let's see where this goes here a second. And some of the audio, just for the folks at home, we don't want it to be too abrasive, and that's why we're kind of riding this a little bit. The summer of love was hot for many reasons, including the temperature. It's cold in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Right now, 29 degrees, feels like 25. It's not going to get much warmer than that throughout the day. You wonder if, in a different climate, whether or not there's 2,000 people in the street or 5,000 people.
Weather, we've talked about this on the air before. The weather in these circumstances helps. Believe it or not, it matters, I should say. When it's hot, it's just human nature. When it's hot, people are irritated. They'll come out. It starts raining. All of a sudden, everybody goes home. Very often, the commitment of the protesters is a mile wide.
I think we have some sort of action here on the ground. Maybe somebody being arrested, possibly. Take a
Another thing, Julio. There was
of ICE, of the ICE office. Is ICE entitled?
where one of the leftists told me that, oh, he murdered that woman. I'm talking about the ICE agent, and he's gonna deserve to get doxxed. And my response was, see, typical Democrat, being Democrat since the 1950s, man. Ku Klux Klan used to follow people, and just because of what they said, and the party's still the same, dude. They
haven't changed.
they haven't changed. They would
Fact.
follow people and burn crosses on not just the African Americans, but people that were, allies, I guess you can call them.
Siding with.
Yeah, and so the Democrats are still doing that. If you have a MAGA or this type of Trump flag in that state of Minnesota, I bet you we would get some very disturbing things in front of our house. So
I know, man, and it's still doing the same. It's just a different era. Now they are uh, killing your character online. They dox you, they call you names. They band together to report your page and get you banned. That's what they do. That's what they do. They do the same thing but a different form. You know what I mean? They keep doing the same thing. They haven't changed and they will never change. So it is crazy era that we live in, and now we're seeing all these events going on, and Tim Walz crying out loud, trying to get the National Guard to protect him, not to protect the people of Minnesota. It's just to protect him. That's the way I see it.
me too.
That's the way I see it. He don't, and I know, and his daughter came out yesterday talking about stop messing with my dad, basically, and if it wasn't for Nick, Shirley, nobody was finding out about Minnesota and messing up with my dad and my family. Like, your dad did this. He allowed it. He allowed these people to come in and rob him, and now he is a victim too, because he felt captured from those Somalis because there are so many of them that they changed the voting block. And when you change the voting block in one space, in one
That's
city,
invasion.
yeah, bro, that's it. They
That's
control
invasion.
everything. Yeah, it's an invasion, and they control everything. That's what happened to Minnesota. They were invaded, and they are the majority voting blocks. And the same happened in Dearborn, Michigan. The same thing happened in Columbus, Ohio, and people were crying to the politicians, saying like these people are in numbers. They're dropping 20, 30,000 people in one city. That changed the voting block in that city, and people
And,
don't get it, man.
and he's complacent. I'm sorry, he's complicit. He's part of the issue.
Yes, it is.
He's caught. He got caught. It's
Mm-hmm.
online, and I hope the FBI uses this. But there's people that have there's people that have called this number, and it leads to Tim Walt's phone number, his campaign number, and it's like, what are you doing, dude? Um, Wait, what is? I'm gonna post it up here so I can read it. This is Karen. That must be the same video I saw on X. Most of what they've been showing, you can't see it, but in that one video, you can see the car hit him and he rolls over. Yes, I know. Straight up, Karen, that is true because, um, you know, and it's crazy because if you look at it the other angle, it looks like the agent
Move.
walked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get why some people are like, see, she turned and he kind of was there. He didn't, but no, I mean, and that's why I said in one of my comments that the car hit, and I don't know if the car hit him and moved him to the side or he got hit and jumped to the side, but we clearly seen
Yeah.
the video, the car
He
hit
got
him.
lifted. Yeah, he
Yeah, he
got
got
lifted
lifted
up a
up.
little bit, and then that's why he shifted himself with his hand to the side. Because if he would stay in front of her, she would roll him over.
And
Not probably completely, but
he probably learned that from the last car hit, you know?
yeah, yeah. He was in. I think somebody said that he was involved in a shootout early that week, and then he got dragged like the day before, 2 days prior to that event. So we have to understand these officers and these agents are under on like their pressure they're under is crazy because they live in that every single day for 10, 12, 14 hours a day, sometimes 18 hours a day under pressure every single time. So you don't mess with them, literally. They're human beings like you and me. You know what I mean? So when they tell you to do something, just comply.
Yep.
It's like for tyranny only, for the vaccines, like whatever they happen next and I comply, that's for the vaccines. Yeah, that's right. I'm organic.
There
So
you go. Yeah, that's the way. Hey, sorry, Freddie wants to say hi. That's
hey
earlier. He was
Freddie,
just
my boy, Freddie.
he was over there, you know, getting into something, and then I kind of had to call, and I thought I called him. So, but anyways, but yeah, dude, that's a cool shirt.
All right, man. Hey, by the way, before we head out, and I really appreciate it. Man, it's already Thursday. I can't believe it's Thursday already.
I know.
So let me read this last verse before we head out and just take a quick look. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Psalms,
Amen.
Psalms one,
Psalms
107.
107 1.
I cannot see my glasses, man. I'm getting old, man.
MRB says, oh, wait.
Sorry. Go ahead, get that text.
It says, I read in comments that he ran away afterwards. I don't know if that's true. No, he
Out?
stayed. He stayed.
Yeah.
Um,
The
but
car ran away. The car drove off for about 20 to 40 yards before she wrecked into the other car, and she was you know she was already passed. So don't hate the mainstream media enough. Yeah. Yeah, we don't know them.
yeah, I know. Yeah, hey, yeah, for real, man. Uh,
We don't need to hate them. They just hate themselves because they're doing so bad.
but they do make it easy for someone to hate them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
uh,
we got this. The
the
most
most
compelling evidence.
compelling evidence is the bullet in the windshield. Yeah.
It's frontal. That's the first shot. So that means he was in front of a car. That's good. Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you. Thank you, Gabby. Appreciate it. Man, this is a great show. Man, we're gonna see each other again tomorrow. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. We're gonna be here at 7:30 tomorrow. It's
7:30.
Friday. We're gonna bring the roundup news for the week. We probably have like 6, 7 news just to recap, just to follow up because it's a lot of stuff to follow up to. We have more news. I just found out today that Donald Trump uh, pulled us out of uh, the Green Initiative. Remember the Green
Yeah.
Initiative?
Correct.
Yeah, Donald Trump pulled us out of that, so that's good. That means we don't pull more money out of to that because everything that they pulled America in,
The
the
wasn't it
U.S.
the
ended up
Paris
putting
climate the Paris climate deal?
yeah,
Yeah.
he pulled us out of that. Let me see what else that we
She was
say. She's
not an object of anything. She didn't need to be there. And people need to respect law enforcement officers. Facts. That's exactly what I was saying. Like she chose to
to be
put
there.
herself in that spot and she thought that that was more important than being home waiting for her kids. That's what
Hmm.
I'm saying. So when I see them putting an angel on her, like, okay, I mean, I won't go. It's sad the situation, but she didn't do anything virtuous. It was nonsense, unfortunately. And I know this is gonna sound sensitive, but she died for nothing, really. She just
Let me tell you this: when the partner with the other female stepped around the vehicle and got out and started recording, they were looking for something. They
yeah,
were
yeah,
looking for another George Floyd. They were looking for her to be arrested, mistreated, manhandled, so they can cry uncle and riled up and get all this base of the lefty base crazy enough. Be like, listen, look what they're doing. Look how they treat a woman. You know what I mean? So they're trying to rile up their base for her arrest, but that didn't go the way they intended to be. You know what I mean? That didn't go that well.
yep.
So because it's weird that she got out of the vehicle and started recording right away.
I know. And then she just stood there. She didn't tell her lover, hey, where are you going? Stop, wait for me.
Yeah.
Or, what I mean? She just let her and then pop, pop. And, obviously that's why she ran towards the car. And it's sad. It really is. It's sad for both of them and for the children, and again, no, ICE didn't make her do that. That's what she chose to do. And she felt that that was very much important. But uh, I think. What
I
do you
think I
think
got
of?
one more news.
What do you think about tomorrow? Also talking about the news about the Maha movement.
That sounds like a plan.
Good night,
I
mom.
like
Good
that.
night, mom.
I like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
I'm trying to find the news where Nancy
Well, while you're looking for that, let me tell you what went down. So, because with all this noise, there's been more movement behind the scenes with the lawmaking for the Maha movement. So, they are now implementing healthy proteins in children's schools, and they're getting away with all the sugary snacks and all that on welfare. So,
nice,
yeah, but
nice.
the schools are gonna have like a good size, like a pork chop. It's gonna be healthy food, and it's not gonna be frozen your average frozen thing. And everybody was asking Robert Kennedy if that would be more expensive. But he said, yeah, it would be more expensive uh, in the front end, but in the long end, it's going to make a lot of people healthy. And yeah, dude, I honestly think that it's something worth talking about, and especially because if you're a parent, you know, you care
It
for
con-
the children's.
yeah, it concerns.
All right,
So hold on.
is this the
This
video?
is no, I don't think that's the video.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Uh,
guys.
I sent you the wrong one. No, let me send you the. Let me see if I picked the right one. Because I was I bump into this. This is different subject. We were talking about New York, new law they are trying to pass of
You know what we never talked about,
a
Julio?
new,
Now that you said New
a new
York,
law.
you know what we never talked about?
What's up?
The what was it? The bus fare. It was 175, and now shot up to $3. It was supposed to be free.
This is,
Uh,
but this is one way of New York. So Ramandani trying to do in New York. Listen to this building owner, this landlord of what they're trying to do with New York. Just take a listen.
okay, here we go.
Started already, people. The government is coming after my property and they're going to be coming after your building next. What am I talking about? I'm talking about New York City Council has reached a veto proof support to pass COPA Bill 902. What does this mean for us? This means that if this bill is passed and it appears to be veto proof, non-for-profits as well as tenant associations will have the first right of refusal to buy my property. What does that mean? I have to first notify HPD, and then HPD will notify those associations and allow them 60 days to decide if they want to put in an offer on my property. Now, not only do they have 60 days to decide if they want to put in an offer on my property, they will have another 120 days to decide what that offer will be from the date that they notify me. And you know they're going to notify me literally at the last minute, right? On that 60th day. Now, that means that right off the back, we're talking about 180 days before I could even consider putting it on the open market. The crazy part about this whole situation is that they will have approximately another 120 days to try and get financing. But in the interim, we have to first come up with a number. Let me tell you the disasters that I see at this bill. Endless investigations and complaints on both sides. Choking off supply, housing supply, because who the hell's going to want to buy and sell in the city of New York when you have to go through these problems? What if there are multiple offers? Who decides who's going to be the winner? No deal will close since the law also provides a good cause, meaning that the buyer can extend the contract for more time at any time with no end date. Number 5, what happens when I already have a first right of refusal on the lease that I signed with an existing tenant already? And there's a $30,000 penalty, but it's unclear if it's per room, per day, what determines when you're at fault. Number 7, tenants can now interfere with the sale as well, given that they now have to be notified when I want to sell so that they have the opportunity to set up their own tenant association. Now, again, what does this all mean? That means that it could take me years to sell a property. That means that why would any investor want to invest in the city of New York? That means that the property values are going to plummet. That means that if the property's values plummet, what's the incentive for landlords to maintain a property, especially with all the other laws that Mandami wants to put in, like rent freezes
Oh man, they're
and increased taxes to pay for his giveaways? People, this is another example of New York City Council members making up laws when they have no idea of what they're doing. Because if they did, they wouldn't be the worst slum landlords in the state of New York, because the city of New York is the largest landlord, and they currently control NYCHA, which is New York City Housing Authority, which is the project where people are living in filth, roach-infested apartments, mice, rats, lead paint, galvanized plumbing. They can't even get a repair done in a reasonable amount of time when a tenant calls for a repair. So stop telling us how to manage our properties. Stop trying to take my properties and create situations like you already are managing NYCHA when I'm doing a really good job. My tenants live in a clean and safe environment. Stop bothering us and start taking care of your own business.
Do you know what that? Do you know what that means,
Yes.
Julio? They're preparing. They see that people are gonna flee, so they're making almost impossible for them to leave, and at the same time break them so they can steal their property. That's really what I got out of that, dude.
That's
That
the
is
soft
disgusting. That's
That that that,
disgusting.
that is a soft takeover. That's the first thing that came to my mind. It's like they are choking, suffocating the landlord, so they sell it or foreclosure the unit so they can buy it for dimes on the dollar, rent it
And
out, or give it away to somebody else. So in 2 or 3 years, it will be a rundown place. Because who maintain that? Who will maintain that? So
I'm just
it will become another NYCHA all over New York. It's gonna be, bro,
I'm,
in 5 years time from now, if they go through this, New York would be unlivable. New York would be one of the cities with a major exodus you will ever seen in our lifetime. It would be it would make California like Charles Play. It would make other cities like Charles Play. Everybody will leave the city, especially entrepreneurs, business owners. They're going to flee that place, that city. That's bad,
I,
man.
I honestly think they should flee now before that goes in place. Karen, I think this is part of what we were talking on the last segment. What does it say
Yeah,
though?
yeah.
He was walking, talking about the officer that got hit, the ICE agent. So his leg wasn't crushed by the car. He pushes against the car, and then is kind of crouched down and rolls his body away. It's kind of like when you're doing tumbling in PE. Yeah, very
That's
and then another again from Karen. But don't the National Guard takes the same oath to the Constitution? They're not going to obstruct ICE. Well, we were talking about that, and Julio is a veteran, and he has experience in the military, not in the National Guard, but he understands how most of the branches work. And he was telling us, basically, yeah, the National Guard is state, but until Trump enacts the Insurrection Act or
yeah.
makes martial law,
He
then
take over.
yeah, then the 1-star general, right, will basically have to follow the federal jurisdiction. And
Yeah.
the argument against that is, well, what if that 1 star goes against the federal government? Then,
Treasonous.
yeah, then that's it. He's then the whole thing is cut off, and we're just gonna be martial law. You're gonna see our
It
troops
would
going
be
in there.
Yep, it would be treason, and you could have another general coming over and relieve that general who became a treasonous act of refusing following the lawful order. So, like, once you refuse a lawful order from your superior, you're already violating AUCMJ. That I think Article 92 or 89. You're already violating that. So if you refuse to follow, especially the president of the United States, that is
The commander in chief.
that's an aggravated violation. So you could be hung by the UCMJ. You could be hung by UCMJ, but they don't go that extreme. They either uh, give you a letter of reprimand, they demote you, they take your rank away, or they can send you to jail if they want to. So it is a lot of stuff that going on, and I'm telling you, most of the generals, they will side with the president. They will not risk their pension for team
Yeah,
walls.
all those years. Yeah, all that
They
years
will
of
they
hard
will not
work.
risk their pension for team walls like Mark Kelly did for a stupid comment.
Yep.
That's a thing for people. If you are taking a pension from the military, watch your words. You're free to say whatever you want, but you're not free of consequences. So
Spe-
words have consequences.
Especially if you had classified intel in your
Mm, and you
portfolio.
feel, yeah.
It's just like, mm, man. It says they don't censor the politicians' foul language. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah,
That's
that
true.
that is true. Yeah, they should be like, hey, you know what?
But most of the foreign language coming from the left.
Yeah, that's facts. And remember, Donald Trump said one time the F word, and they just went, "Oh my God, he's not presidential. Oh man, he's the most horrible being in the world." It's like, Democrats cuss all the time. They
I know that,
no.
and that's the truth. They cause all in public. You seen uh Rashid Tlaib cursing in
Yep.
public. You seen
Your girlfriend.
Letitia James cursing in public.
Your girlfriend Elon Omar.
Oh,
No, that's JJ Carroll's.
yeah, don't say that. He would jump in the chat
Oh,
real quick. Nah, don't mess around with JJ like
I
that, man.
know.
Don't.
He's
Oh,
gonna come
he would
kick
be
my butt.
pissed if he listened to this podcast,
Oh man.
man. But yeah, man, this is crazy, man. I hope everything will get sorted out with this ICE agent stuff in Minneapolis. Hopefully, you know what? They will talk game until Donald Trump gives them a call, and they will have their voice toned down a little bit. They would tone it. It's same with the president of Colombia. He was talking smack about Donald Trump, and then Donald Trump called her over the phone, and Donald Trump said, "I like his tone. I like the tone that he was talking to me." So come on,
We'll
man.
see. Yeah, we'll
I
see.
know. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I see you guys tomorrow evening at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Until next one, God bless you. God bless our troops, and God bless